Hello and welcome back at Football Betting System. Today we're going to give you tips on the games that are going to be played on the 17th of February 2020. And there's not so many games, of course, because it's going to be a Monday, but we will see what we have at stake. We will start with the Bulgarian Parva Liga. It's going to be Arda Kırjeli at home against Slavia Sofia. Arda is number 7 in the league at the moment, and Slavia is number 5. We can see that Slavia has 2 points more so far this season, and they have actually scored 12 points out of their last 5 away games, which is a really good score. They got 7 points out of the last 5 games in total, 9 for Arda in this situation. So what we can see here is that the system says that Arda is the favorite to win the game. The odds on Slavia should be 2.99 and 3.77 for a draw. In reality, we can see that we can go for a draw or a Slavia win for 1.62, whereas the system says we should play this for 1.67. So we don't get the exact odds, but we still get something close to it. So yeah, we will play for this bet in this game. Then we go to the Czech Republic. FK Jablonec against FK Primera. Jablonec is number 3 in the league at the moment. Primera is number 16. So when it comes to that, there's a big difference in points as well, 35 against 13. We can see that Jablonec has won 12 points out of the last 5 games. Primera has actually 9 points, which is good for a team low in the rankings. And when it comes to the recent home form, 8 points for Jablonec and 3 points only for in away games for Primera. So that's what we can see here is the favorite to win the game is Jablonec at 1.56, and the odds should be for a draw at 5.72 and 5.43. It's a win for Primera. What we can see at the bookmakers, however, is that we can get Primera for 11.20, which is really high. Much higher than it should be, perhaps. However, yeah, they are low in the rankings, but they have proven that they can actually do some damage. And yeah, if we bet 1 unit on them, on a 2, we win actually 11.20. So that's definitely a value bet, and that's what we should play here. We go further to Gaziantep against Rizespor in the Turkish Super League. The number 9 against the number 12. We can see that Rizespor has won 7 of their 7 points in the last 5 matches. Gaziantep only 4, but they won still 7 points in their last 5 home matches, whereas Rizespor had only 4 in that situation in their away matches. So when we look at the actual odds, we can see that the game is pretty close. Gaziantep is the slight favorite to win the game. However, the system tells us to go for a draw or a win for Rizespor at 1.62, and in the bookmakers we can actually get them at 1.71. So that is what we will play for here. We stay in Turkey. We go to Antalyaspor against Kasimpasa. Number 15 against number 17. So there's not much difference between the two teams. We can see that the recent form of Kasimpasa is really not that good. Only 1 point in the last 5 matches. And Antalyaspor, of course, also not very good, but still 5. So that's still 4 points more. We can see 1.91 as the odds that they should be for Antalyaspor. So they're the big favorites to win the game. The system tells us to do the same thing. Bet 6 units on Antalyaspor, and we can get them at the bookmakers for 2.13. So that is a really good value for this team. We will then go to Greece, the Super League in Greece. Ofi Kreta against Atromitos. Ofi is number 6 in the league at the moment, Atromitos number 8. Not a very good form for Ofi, not at home but also not in total, but we can see that Atromitos is in a much weaker form. 1 point in their last 5 matches. They did, however, score 6 points in their last 5 away matches, so that's not too bad. But we can still see that OFI is the big favorite to win the game at 1.74, and we can get them at the bookmakers for 1.89, so we should play 6 units on OFI. Then we go to Denmark, the Superliga there. FC Midtjylland, number 1 in the league, 50 points so far this season, against Lyngby BK, number 8 in the league with only 28 points so far. Midtjylland has 12 points in their last 5 matches and 9 in their last 5 home matches. Lyngby has 9 in their last matches and 6 in their away matches. This makes Midtjylland the favorite to win by a big margin. Yeah, we can see that we can find them at the bookmakers at the odds for 1.27. Yeah, it's a bit lower than the actual odds that they should be at the system, but the system still favors to play this game and bets 3 units on Midtjylland here. We continue to the Romanian league. This is AFC Hermannstad. They're currently number 10 in the league, 24 points, against Astra Giurgiu, number 4 in the league, and they have already 40 points. We can see, however, that the form of Hermannstad is slightly better. 8 points at home, 8 points in total, 9 points in their home matches, and 6 points in total and 9 points in their away matches for Giurgiu. Still, we can see that Giurgiu is the favorite to win the game. 2.20 they should be, and we can get them actually for 2.77. So we placed 3 units on Astra Giurgiu. Then we go to Israel, the Ligat HAL. Beitar Jerusalem, number 3 in the league, against Hapoel Tel Aviv, number 7 in the league. Well, pretty much the same sort of form for both of the teams, 9 and 10 and 9 and 9. So yeah, it should be quite an equal game. We can see that the system favors Beitar Jerusalem to win the game at 1.93 odds. However, when we see the availability odds of 2.02 on Hapoel Tel Aviv to win or to make a draw, in comparison to the 2.08 that they should be, this is a good bet to place for, and therefore we should bet 2 units on X2. Then we go to the Netherlands, the Keuken Kampioen Divisie, the second level in the league. We got Young Ajax, number 4 in the league, with 50 points so far, against NAC Breda, number 8 in the league, with 40 points. We can see that Ajax is in the better form at home with 13 points in their last 5 home matches. However, in total they have only 8 points in their last 5 matches. Okay, NAC Breda is lower in both sequences, but this is okay. We can also see that we do not see that here, but what I know is that Young Ajax, they lost 7-2 against Young Utrecht last week. According to the system, Ajax is still the favorite to win the game, but we can get NAC Breda at 1.93 for an X and a 2, which is the exact same amount as they should be according to the statistics. So that is a good bet to play for, and we can definitely do that this time. We go to the Serie A in Italy, AC Milan, number 10 in the league at the moment, 32 points, against Torino, number 13, with 27 points. In the recent form, Milan has 10 points and Torino only 3, so Milan is the better team in recent form. When it comes to home and away, both of the teams score 7 points in this sort of scoring line. We can see that AC Milan is at 1.67 to be the favorite to win the match. We should place 4 odds on them, 4 units, sorry. We should place on AC Milan, meaning that we should place the bet on 1.70 because that is what is available at the bookmakers. We go to England, the Premier League, Chelsea FC against Manchester United. Chelsea is number 4 in the league at the moment, Manchester United only 8. We can see that the form of both teams is not very good. Slightly in the favor of Chelsea, but in general both teams are struggling this season. Chelsea is the favorite to win the match, 1.86. And that is also what the system tells us to do, and we should bet 5 units on them at 1.91 odds. We go to Argentina, Estudiantes de La Plata, number 11 in the league, against Defensa y Justicia, number 13 in the league. We can see that the home advantage here is 11 points for Estudiantes against only 5 in away matches for Defensa y Justicia. So that would be the biggest difference for these two teams, in my opinion. Looking at the statistics, we can see 1.76 odds should be available for Estudiantes. However, they are available for 2.27, which is really, really high. So yeah, the system favors to bet on them. However, only 2 units. So yeah, be careful with this one because it might be still quite open. Then we go to another Argentinian match, Independiente against Arsenal de Sarandi. Number 14 against number 6. We can see that Independiente is not in a very good form, with only 4 points in the last 5 matches and 6 in their home matches. Sarandi, on the other hand, has 9 points in their last 5 matches and 7 in their last away matches. Also not very good, but better than Independiente. Still, Independiente is the favorite to win at 2.23. They should have 3.40 for a draw, 3.88 for a win of Arsenal de Sarandi. What we can see here is a unicum in the system of this system. We place only a bet on a draw, so not a home team or away team to win, but only the draw. We put 4 units on it, and they should be for odds 3.40. We can get them for 3.64. So that is what we go for in this time. We have Bolivia, the Premier Division, the Primera Division. Aurora Cochabamba against Royal Paris. Aurora Cochabamba is 8 in the league, Royal Paris number 2. When it comes to recent form, we can see that Royal Paris has the overhand with 10 points against 4 of Cochabamba. However, we can see that Cochabamba has 11 points in their last 5 home matches, whereas Royal Paris only has 8 in their last 5 away matches. So we can see that Aurora Cochabamba is the favorite to win this match, and the system tells us to do the same thing because we can actually get them for 2.20. We should place 3 units on them. Then we go to the Chilean Primera Division. It's Unión Española, number 9 in the league, against Audax Italiano, number 5 in the league. We can see that Unión Española has 7 points in the last 5 games and 11 in the last 5 home games, which is better than what Audax Italiano has to offer here. We can see that the odds on Unión Española should be 2.24, but we can get them at 2.50. So we place 4 units on a 1 in this game. And then we go to France, the second league, Châteauroux against Lens. Châteauroux is number 16, Lens is number 2. And we can see that in points there is quite a big difference of 47 against 25. When it comes to the recent form, both teams score 7 points in the last 5 matches. However, we can see that the home advantage of Châteauroux against the the away form of Lens in this case is definitely in the favor of Lens, and you can also see that they are the favorites to win the game at 1.89. Now the bookmakers only offer them for 1.81, but with 4 units we should definitely bet on Lens here in this game. 4 more matches to go. We have VfL Bochum against VfB Stuttgart. Bochum is 15th in the league, Stuttgart is number 3. We can see that Stuttgart is in this slight better form. However, they are not super good away, whereas Bochum at home is actually doing much better, however also not very convincing. So looking at the statistics, we can see that Stuttgart is the favorite to win at 1.98, and at the bookmakers we can get them at 1.92, which is almost the same, and therefore we bet 5 units on them. Then we go to Chievo Verona, number 11 in the league in Italy, against Salernitana, number 5 in the league. This is the Serie B, the second league, the second level in Italy. Here we can see that Chievo Verona is with 6 and 6 not in a super good form. Salernitana on the other hand is more in the recent form, scoring 10 points, but the 5 for the away games is not super good, of course. Looking at the statistics, we can see that Chievo Verona is available at 1.89. They should be available at 1.89, but they are actually available at 2.07. So 3 units on them would be definitely a good bet. Then we go to Paraguay, the division Profesional. River Plate Asunción against Sportivo San Lorenzo. Number 7 against number 8. 6 points so far this season. So this is a season that has just started. So therefore it's a bit more tricky to use the rankings, but okay, we can see what else we can find. So we have in their last 5 home matches 7 points for River Plate, 6 points in their last 5 matches in total. Sportivo Lorenzo only has 2 points in the last 5 away matches and 8 points in their last 5 matches in general. So yeah, this way we can definitely think that it's a close one, but Asunción may need to win this game. Then on the other hand, what can we see? We can see a 2.68 that it should be a 2.81 for San Lorenzo. But it should be a 1.60 when it comes to either a draw or a win for San Lorenzo, which is what we have just discussed. This is the actual situation. So we bet 4 units at x2 for Sportivo San Lorenzo here. Then the last game is FC Penafiel, 12th in the league, against Chavez, number 9. 26 points against 27 points. We can also see that the form of Penafiel is a little bit better, but still not super good. Chavez only 2 points in the last 5 matches in total. So it's time for them to win some money, to win some points. They are the favorite for the game at 2.22. Yeah, we can get them at 2.50, so this is what we should play them for. 3 units on a 2. Okay, so this is it for now. I thank you for your time, and I wish you a very nice day. If you liked the video, please press the like button, otherwise subscribe to the channel, that would be great as well. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye bye.